So that was my solution. Here, my temptation, my tendency to identify myself as with the ultimate and using it for my own purposes just faded away. I mean, the cosmic womb you can only revere, you can only worship. You cannot grasp it. You cannot use it for your own purposes. You cannot make it your property, because everything is disappearing in this womb, you know. You can only prostrate yourself and say, this I don't understand. This is the mystery of life. You cannot attain anymore, achieve anymore. So all these tendencies of the ego to grasp the ultimate and using it for your own purposes just faded away. And I became, in a deeper sense, religious. I really started praying. I've not done that before at all in my whole life. Because now I start worshiping. I say, yeah, this is a miracle. This is miraculous. This is the true liberation. They have liberated myself from freedom, because enlightenment is freedom. And I got liberated from it. I mean, it had become a prison to me at last through my ego. So, okay, that is the stage number 6 to me. That is devotion, worshipping. So, okay, that is the stage number 6 to me. That is devotion, worshipping, reverence, and not necessarily the Great Mother, like in my case, because of course very unique consequence of my own spiritual path. But I think generally devotion is a higher stage than attainment. Because in devotion you really give up your ego. With attainment and achievement, to become enlightened, there is still ego involved. I mean, of course you can easily give up your ego in order to become enlightened, because you get a big ego back. You understand? Teachers easily can give up your ego. Of course you want to get, with the prospect of becoming enlightened, everybody wants to give up its ego. That is not an achievement, because you get something huge back for it. But the real test comes when you have to give your ego up, and in exchange you get a vacuum. That is a real test if you are willing to do that. That is a real destruction of your ego. Because, yeah, you understand what I mean? If there are questions, because in the course of time maybe my language is not so optimal anymore. Okay, for me that was stage number 6. And stage number 7, you have become so all-embracing through this process that the outcome also because of the fact that with step number 6, you cannot attain anything anymore. So spiritual ambition has become nonsense. What is there to attain if you have achieved everything? And moreover, if the ultimate appears to be nothingness beyond nothingness, I mean, there's nothing to attain anymore. So how are you going to spend the rest of your life? I mean, there is no spirituality to be interested anymore, because you have everything behind you. So there's only one step left. I mean, meditation, yeah, I still meditate, but not for myself anymore, but for others. The only thing left in life is the other. This is human beings and cats and dogs and trees and oceans and so on. That's the only thing left. Because on the spiritual path itself, there's nothing to attain anymore. So the joke is the outcome of all your efforts, if there would be efforts at all, is just loving your neighbor. Oh, that's it. And to love your neighbor, you don't have to be enlightened first. You can also start with loving your neighbor, of course. So in the end, everything is a big joke.
And the way I see is, how can I love my neighbor if I don't know what love is?
Yes, that's true.
So it's like speak Chinese to your neighbor. Well, if I can't speak it to myself,
Yeah.
If I don't know any Chinese word, if they don't come out of my mouth, how can I speak it to anyone?
Sure. So I make jokes, but it is, of course, you have to first discover the source of love in yourself, that you have a source in yourself. Because most people have need of love. They are not overflowing with love because they have not discovered the source. The source is there, but they have not discovered yet. So the first steps in your spiritual, on your spiritual path is really to discover this source. And once you have discovered this source, it can overflow to, like my step number 3, to your immediate environment. And also to support these steps, step number 6 is supported by contemplation that we have from Christian mysticism. I'm very enthusiastic about Teresa of Avila from Spain. That is a spiritual sister of mine. I'm totally enthusiastic about her, and previously I've also studied Eckhart, and also in my own Christian background there is enough which is very valuable. And Teresa especially is teaching contemplation. So there's a kind of meditation, but then in relationship to the divine. It's very fantastic. So if you have discovered the ultimate, if it is Allah or Jesus or whatever, that is not so important, then you start a relationship, in my case with the Great Mother, so I do it through contemplation, and I must say it is totally fulfilling. And especially my stay here in America, I have experienced the last stages in that. It has given me a lot, and of course I will never forget this, being here. And so there are examples also in the tradition to learn this. And stage number 7, so compassion, I support with training people in what I call spiritual service, health service, and community service. So of course I have the advantage of also being a doctor and also a holistic doctor, so both, and a psychotherapist. So I can train people on all levels if they feel the need to share their abilities with the community and with other people. So I have the feeling with this integral way that up till now I have not promoted this at all. I mean, I'm just God's fool, you know. I'm more like a child. I'm jumping and dancing around in life and working on myself, but not making a business out of it. I've not done anything with it, and have gone through this process now for 33 years. 33 years. I'm now 64, I'm almost retired. But my career has still to start. You understand my position? It's very weird. It's a big joke indeed. Huh? Okay, enough for today. My teacher used to... Okay, thank you too.